prophet, peace be with him, said, "Surely you will follow the ways of those nations who were before you, span by span and cubit by cubit, so much so that even if they entered a hole of a lizard, you too would follow them." We said, "O Allah's messenger, do you mean the Jews and the Christians?" He replied, "Whom else? Iblis, the jinn of jinns, convinced people to drop in prayer the beginning of Al-Fatiha, in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, and to add the name Amon in the end of the opening. Amon was an Egyptian deity. Now we are going to show you Amin, or as we usually say and hear Amen. Stand for I. Stand for M. N. And the ideogram. That is I am N right here. This is a list of other deities. According to the transliteration you can pronounce it as Amon, Amen, Amun, Amon, Amon, Amin. After Pharaoh's defeat, his priestly order and progeny declared war on the followers of Moses. This war is a war of infiltration and against the belief in the one God. A war against Allah who created everything and did send his prophets in times of decay, over what the previous prophet had corrected. The infiltration has caused the corruption of the scriptures, to corrupt the religion and to keep the name Amun alive in this world. Since the Quran had been memorized by many, it could not be falsified. This priestly order of Pharaoh has polluted Islam, by integrating false testimonies about the Prophet into the faith, and then equating all these testimonies with the Quran, saying that the Quran can only be understood by following the testimonies of people. Subsequently, jurisprudence arose on the sayings of people who heard somebody saying something. Certainly, not all testimonies are corrupted and injected by the hidden order of the pharaohs. Many are in accordance with the Quran, but only the Quran was given as a light to mankind, a book to contemplate in all ages, and not the word of men. Today's scholars fall back on this jurisprudence, and it has oxidized Islam from within. One example of poison injected by the snake is invoking Amin in prayer and believing that by doing so, all sins are forgiven. Allah who forgives sins when the name of Allah has been removed in the opening during prayer? Allah forgives when, in name of Allah who is the most gracious, the merciful, is not recited in the opening, and then Amon invoking at the end of the opening. Invoking Amon, Amun in prayer? Amon, one of the gods of Pharaoh who persecuted Moses and wanted to banish Allah from his kingdom. Any sane person can see the corruption the serpent has injected. Why changing surah the opening in prayer and adding a non-Arabic word, adding an Egyptian deity to it? The righteous believers will ban Amon from their prayers and call upon Allah the most gracious, the merciful, alone, in prayer and outside of prayer. The hypocrites will say, Amin just means so be it.